All right, hello everybody. Happy November, Thanksgiving week. It is Monday and we are here at ServPro, and we are starting a new annual tradition with ServPro. We did this last year as well. My name is Chad Murdoch with the Murdoch Man-Wearing Company, a real estate group at Keller Williams, and also with the Knowsy Neighbors. And we want to do some safety awareness. We are here with Jared and Skylar with ServPro. And we are also here with Battalion Chief Pugmire with the Idaho Falls Fire Department, and we have some awesome firemen here as well to be able to help us out. And we are wanting to kind of show every year we have Thanksgiving. Travel rates are super high. Everybody moves around, and we love nothing better than to hear people go have a fun Thanksgiving and come home with great memories. But we know every year there are some bad experiences with Thanksgiving, and we're doing this video to try to help people learn what not to do if they're frying a turkey. And so we have Jared and Skylar here. You want to tell us a little bit about when we're going to be showing here what not to do? We have the fire department here, and we're gonna see some fire. So this is a fun one, and it's controlled, but we only want to see it here. So what do we see? What do we see that you shouldn't do with Thanksgiving? What are some do's and don'ts?
Well, so some do's and don'ts, definitely. Like say it's with this deep frying, we're finding out that it's becoming more and more popular. But with more people frying and more activities happening, of course, more injuries are going to be occurring. We did some research and just found that, you know, there's 5 deaths at least a year. There's at least 60 injuries and around $15 million worth of property damage that occurs every year.
So 65 people, 60 hurt, 5 dead,
yep.
And hundreds traumatized.
Yep.
And that's just the people who report it, because I know if I got burned doing this, I probably wouldn't report it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, so what we're doing today is showing what not to do. Of course, the what nots. One, make sure that we're putting this in frozen. You don't want to have a frozen turkey when doing this. You want it thawed out just like you would if you were doing it in an oven. And
pat dry it, yep. So there's no moisture anywhere on it.
Get rid of as much moisture as possible.
That's the bad part. It's the water that does this, right?
That's right. That's right. One thing you just want to make sure and regulate your oil. Our oil is definitely hotter than it should be. So you want to make sure and regulate that and make sure that you're
about 475, right?
Yeah, we're about 475 right now. So you want it down between the 350, 400, 425 max, and that's even pushing it. Okay. Get it down lower. And so you have to keep your eye on that and regulate it to ensure that. Let's see, what else? You make sure you're not inside when you're doing it, in the house or even in the garage or carport or anything like that. That's one thing that we're actually doing right this time is actually having it away from any of the structures involving that. And then another thing is always watch it. Number one, make sure someone's always there.
An adult.
The whole time, yeah. An adult. Keep your children away from it, you know, and such. So, but yeah, so those are the don'ts to doing it, and we're pretty much every one of them today into it. So
okay.
And they've gotten a little smarter with these. They actually have a timer on them now, so that every 30 minutes you actually have to reset the timer. So that's a good thing. And we wanted to make sure the fire department was out here so they could kind of tell you what happens when it is on fire, because water is stupid.
Well, we like water, but not for oil fires. So water tends to spread an oil fire. So don't use water to extinguish it if it does catch on fire. But these guys covered it pretty well. Keep it away from structures. Don't do it in the garage. I mean, the issues that we have seen, folks are doing it in the garage or on a back covered patio. So don't do that. Get it out away from a structure. And then, not only regulate your temperature, but the amount of oil that goes in. So measure that out carefully before you start, because that's really where the failure comes into play, is the oil spills over once you put the turkey inside. And when the hot oil touches the open flame, it ignites, and that's where you get your fire from. So hopefully that's what we'll see here.
So how do you extinguish it?
So
you just let it go?
If it's in a safe place, not a bad idea. Let it burn off. Reduce the heat. Don't panic. Call us. It's always a good option. Or if you have a dry chemical type extinguisher, CO2 extinguisher, those will those will work. Now, just keep in mind that those don't cool it down. They may smother out the fire, but they don't reduce the heat. So reignition is common with using those types of extinguishers.
All right. Well, I'm going to prep the stage here. I see that they're getting ready. We're doing everything wrong, right?
Everything wrong.
So we have the turkey and it's frozen. Okay. We have the oil that's way too high. It's almost to the top. It's supposed to be just 1 or 2 inches above the turkey once it's submerged. I think a lot of people don't think of that. When they put the turkey in, there has to be enough room so that it doesn't leak over the pot.
Yep.
And it's frozen. The heat of the oil is hotter than it should be, so you need to be able to manage the heat. And I think we're ready. Anything else, Jared, Skylar, that we need to talk about? Are we ready for some fire?
We're ready.
Hopefully we
Battalion
see a good
Chief,
splash.
anything else? All right.
Good.
And just like that, your house is in flames.
Wow. That's how you do it wrong?
How you doing wrong?
But in about 20 minutes, we're going to have a turkey. So come on over to ServPro. That would not be something you want to experience. Those are some big flames.
Yeah.
So now imagine that flame inside your house, your unfinished garage.
On the flame, and then just remember, I mean, right now you're looking at 450 degrees of oil. So if you're around that and it splashed on you, not just the fire itself, but I mean, that's sitting there just.
That's a great
cooking
point.
on
I mean,
your
that's
skin.
Cause
cooking
severe burns.
anything, yeah.
Now, bear in mind, most people aren't using this long pole
No.
to put the turkey in.
They're
Exactly.
right
They're
there.
using the equipment that come with the kit,
Yep.
so they're right over the top of it.
And what's the best thing for a oil burn like this while we're waiting for you folks to show up? What should we put on our skin?
The best thing to do is just try to cool it down. So just cold water, cold compress.
Ice.
Don't rub it, and just call us right away.
All right.
Okay, well,
Excellent.
hopefully we never need to,
Cool.
Hopefully not.
but you're here if you do.
And the problem with the flame on the cleanup side is it's all grease, right? So it's going to be different reacting on different materials, and so it's harder to clean. So you need to make sure you're using the right products and procedures.
Yeah.
Hopefully it never happens. That's where we come in.
Yeah.
Take care of your structure for you.
All right. Well, anything else we need to cover? Jared, Skylar?
I don't think so.
Nope,
We
everyone
appreciate
just
you guys
Chief
coming
Pug-
out.
Have a
Pugmire?
safe Thanksgiving.
Thanks for showing us an example of everything not to do.
That's right.
And hopefully now people can see this. They can be prepared. They can thaw out the turkey. There's still time to thaw it out.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, hey, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Idaho Falls Fire Department. Thanks, ServPro. And my name is Chad Murdoch with the Murdoch Manwaring Realty Group and the Knowsy Neighbors. And we hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving, as does ServPro, as does the fire
burner go
department. And we're going to sign off for here. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, if the-
Ambulance 2. Seizure.
Knowsy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
1106.